Welcome back to the Hype Mind, guys. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Bear. I'm here with Daniel, and we're going to be talking about problems because everybody's got problems. Yeah, let me screen share and pull this video up that I saw that I that first brought up this topic.
My favorite quote in life is you can tell the size of a man by the size of his problem. Yes, and I think that creates the most healthy relationship you could ever have with problems. When big problems come to me, I say, that's my kind of fucking problem. I get excited about it. And every man should know that he's playing the star character in his own show. And without big problems, the movie's going to suck. So as a man, you need to go find problems and make sure they're fucking big. Something that you can remember. Something that when you're sitting in that rocking chair at 90 years old, you go, I was fucking.
All right. Right. Yeah, you can tell the size of a man by the size of his problems. So that was Justin Waller. If you don't know him, he's a self-made multi-millionaire, and very big into helping men do better for themselves, become the best for themselves. Um, yeah, I love that. I love that. So we're gonna talk about problems because everybody's got problems, and a lot of times we see problems as a problem. As a man, we're like, oh my gosh, I have a problem. I need to get rid of it. I need to solve it and just not have problems anymore. Life should be problem free. That's
Bro,
a
your
ridiculous
life is gonna be
belief.
full of problems. That's
Yeah,
just life.
exactly.
It's it's kind of ridiculous to think that way, that I'm just gonna get rid of this problem, that problem. Like you think about that with goals, people set a goal and they're like, all right, once I achieve this goal, I'm all set.
Yeah,
It never works that way. You'll
and it's
want
not meant
something
to.
else.
It's not meant to. Um, but yeah, you can tell the size of a man by by the size of his problems. I think that bears a lot of truth, And so, what I hear when I hear that is a call to look for bigger problems, right? Not a call to look for, but more so an invitation to find the opportunity to be fearless, right? It's not a oh I need bigger problems if I want to look like a bigger man, so I'm going to pick fights. No, it's not going out and looking for lousy problems. It's going out and saying, "Wow, I don't know how to climb this mountain, but I really want to climb this mountain. I really want to, build the tallest skyscraper in the world. But the problem is, I don't have the money, And so you have it's an opportunity to say, here's something I want, and there is a problem related to it because I don't have the money or the people or the knowledge to build it and to embrace that problem so you can conquer it, right? It's not looking for lousy problems to fill your life with to keep busy. It's looking for the opportunities around you to make your dreams, so to speak, come true, to make the things you value, that you want to bring into your life happen.
I just see a change of perspective. It's like instead of, I mean, there's you can look at life any way you want. And so you're gonna have problems and you can look at problems as a bad thing. But how about what if you look at them as a good thing, as a great thing? Like there's just a way of viewing different things in your life that could be deemed as something bad as good. Like there's good outcomes that come from bad things a lot of the time. And you could just see the positive part of it. And I think that's what that is too. It's like it's just taking problems, saying problems aren't bad. Like you can see
Yeah,
problems in a good way and you can go after problems like they're treasure. And they are, if you look at them that way. But that's the key, is being able to change your perspective and say, no, problems aren't bad. They're good. And that's just a better way of viewing life. You're going to have
it's
problems. So might as well change your view on problems.
it's
Instead
a
of thinking
better
problems are
attitude.
bad, picture them as something good because they can be good because I believe they are good.
Yeah, it's a change in attitude, and I think that is probably the message he's trying to get across in that video. Um, is change your attitude towards problems, see them differently, and recognize that, yeah, like we said in the beginning, problems are going to be unavoidable. You're going to have them, and so if you're going to have them, appreciate them. And the more you grow as a man, the more problems you're going to have, right? Because you're going to be stronger, you're going to be more competent, you're going to be smarter. You're going to be able to handle greater challenges, and greater challenges will come. That's just the way of the world. It's just one of those things that the world does put the heaviest burdens on the shoulders of the strongest people, because they're the ones who can carry it. And so, as your problems increase, shifting that attitude to appreciate your problems and to recognize your increasing problems not as a bad thing, but making sure that you're embracing them and that they're problems that you want to be engaging in. Yeah, seeing that in a
Yeah,
good
and that's
way.
what makes life exciting. That's what makes your mission and purpose exciting. You think you might not want problems, but that's the exciting part because something's on the line because there's
Right.
weight to the situation. And so seeing it that way is awesome.
Well, he says that. He's like, oh, I see a problem, and I'm like, hell yeah, right? Which is that attitude shift,
Yeah. And you
because they're
might,
gonna come. They're gonna come, and you already know that. And I honestly think that, to reflect on that, we know we're never going to be free of problems. Nobody's ever like we're chasing a moving target. We're like, oh, if I just get this problem, I'll have a problem done. I'll have a better day. It's like, no, there's going to be another problem, right? So handle the problem in front of you well, and be open for the next problem that's coming, and hope that it's a bigger problem for you to learn how to surmount. But
yeah.
I still see that as an opportunity. It's like, awesome. Like, you know, that means you should, just like you need that attitude shift, that means you should be looking forward to and looking for those bigger problems, because ultimately the problems you do want are the ones that are the ones you think worth handling. It's like, yeah, problems are going to come. Some of them are going to be dumb and you're going to have to take care of them. Some are going to be dumb and you're not going to have to take care of them. How often do we handle problems that aren't our problems? I think that's like the most significant trait of men, is men love to handle problems. So we handle all these problems that aren't ours. And that it's an energy drain. It's like, okay, change your attitude. Problems are going to happen. I'm going to be excited. Bigger problems are going to happen. That's a good thing. That means I'm growing as a man. Now let me really hone in on problems and say, which are the problems I'm creating that I don't need? Which are the problems other people are bringing to me that I don't want? And which are the problems I should be embracing and engaging and seeing as an opportunity?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And people want purpose, they want adventure, but that comes with the problems. That comes with
The
the
challenge.
uncertainty. And I mean, that's why people don't like problems because it comes with uncertainty.
Yeah. Well, uncertainty, pain, discomfort, challenge, work. I have to learn
And
something.
that's what makes the adventure exciting. That's what makes the movie exciting is when
Right.
there's a problem.
Well, and that's why
So
I say,
enjoy the problem or see the fruits in the problem too. It's like,
yeah,
yeah, sure. Like things aren't going to feel good, but there is fruit in the problem.
that's where the attitude shift is important. Stop seeing it as a negative thing, as a problem, and start seeing it as a fruitful thing, as an opportunity, right? As a chance to grow, as a chance to prove your strength, etc. Right? Try to relate to it in a good way. you know
Hmm.
but the other thing is, that's where I see that dynamic of choosing your problems come into play so well, because like, if you like being a certain person, not that you should avoid being a certain person, right? Like, I'm not a fan of studying, right? But I love to be outdoors hiking, right? So I would choose the problem of the mountain that I have to hike over the problem of the book that I have to memorize. So it's like, play to your strengths, but also know where your weaknesses are, and don't run away from them. So,
Hmm.
if someone's like, hey, here's your option, I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm going to go like, it's still going to be challenging for me, but I'm going to go hike that mountain. It's going to be tough. And I'm going to feel uh, excitement in that. I'm going to embrace that challenge, versus if
Right.
it's like, memorize that book, I'm like, that's a tough one. I do need to lean into that edge and become comfortable with it. But I also know that's not a strength. I might have someone else handle that challenge.
Yeah, this isn't just about like embracing problems you don't like, but it's about taking on problems you do like. Like it's
Right.
about it's not about getting
Looking
rid of
for
problems,
the
but
opportunity.
choosing good
Yeah.
problems. Like you can structure your life in a certain way where you can have problems that make your life exciting. Give
Yeah.
you the adventure
Exactly.
you want.
Exactly. Like to some degree, you get to pick that. You get to choose some of the big problems. Some of them you don't. Some of them are going to come down your way, right? But some of them you're going to have to choose between that's not a problem I should be worrying about. And this is a big problem I'm not comfortable with, but I have to deal with. And some of them are going to be like, here's an opportunity I'm going to go seek out, even though it's going to be a challenging problem. And here's an opportunity I shouldn't waste my time seeking out. Yeah.
Yeah. And this makes me think a little bit more actually. It's like, yeah, I mean, you have control over that, and you're gonna have problems no matter what. I mean, I've I've been around that scene where just around complainers, they'll complain about anything, and that's because you're always gonna have problems. And it's like it doesn't matter what job you're in, you can find something to complain about. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what industry you're in, you can find something to complain about. But it's like
That's
you have the choice. And I remember, thinking about this, working with different people and working in different industries where, like, people will be complaining, and I'm seriously asking the question, why the heck are you here? You're complaining about this. You hate this so much. Why are you here?
that's an attitude shift too.
When it's like they can go somewhere else, but I'll know they'll complain about that too because they're gonna have
That's
problems.
what's
But
an
it's like
attitude shift.
I don't complain when I'm working somewhere because I know that I enjoy this problem better than the problem I have somewhere else at another job. And so, like, that's it too. You have control over what problems you have to face. Like, and don't get rid of problems. Don't try to dismiss them. Like, you always have problems. So you get to choose what environment of problems you're gonna decide to be in, and that's powerful right there. And
This,
that's why I don't complain. That's why, because I know it's my choice to work where I'm working.
yeah, well, that's hardly a problem. That really shouldn't be a problem. Like your where you work is a problem. Well, you get to change that. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
and you
That's
get to
what I'm
change
saying.
your attitude and your relationship towards it. If you have a bad attitude or a bad relationship towards it, that's all on you. That's you for you to own. I think this whole subject of problems though speaks mostly to men because men are problem solvers. It's what we do. It's what we love doing. It's what we look for, right? To a point of fault. Like we'll destroy ourselves looking for problems. You know, we love to get in conversations. This is what comes up to mind first. We love to get in conversations and look for other people's problems, and really they just want to be heard a lot of times. So it's like
Yeah.
that's what it
Yeah.
looks
Shut
like
up,
to be
man.
masculine, you know,
I want to solve women's problems.
is to want to be a problem solver. um yeah, women, but also men and friends and everybody else, right? And so it's like, yes, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a problem solver. There's nothing wrong with um having problems, but you need to have a good relationship with problems. You need to have a good attitude towards problems. You need to know when those are your problems and when they're not your problems, right? And know when to step into the frame of the problem or bring the problem into your frame would be more appropriate, and when to not, right? Just like you said, shut up. If someone's talking and they have a problem and they're not asking for your help, you can ask, but don't assume, right? Don't bring their problem into you. It's not yours. Versus all these other problems in your life that do need your attention that might be getting bigger and bigger because you're growing. That's a great thing. It's an opportunity. See it with a good mindset and approach it with a great attitude and appreciation of dilemma.
Hmm.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah. Just know which problems to embrace too and to take on. Because just a side note is, as a man, you can find problems to distract yourself from other problems.
Right. Yeah. Don't keep yourself busy because problems are good. This isn't about doing chores. Problems aren't chores. How many things can I do during the day? How many problems can I solve? No, that's a waste of time. You want to handle the big problems that need to be handled in your life, that bring you closer to the desire, to the goal, to the, to becoming the better you. So great point.
All
Well,
right.
as always, thanks for joining us. I know you like this video. That's why you just hit like and you're going to subscribe, because we appreciate our subscribers immensely. You support us so much, and I am very grateful for that. And I can speak for Daniel when I say that too. So thanks, and always peace and love. Go challenge yourself.